Welcome, dear listeners, to a cozy, soothing journey into the wild and wondrous world of the Vikings, where life was gritty, quirky, and full of surprises. Could you survive a day in their smoky longhouses, sharing a lice-filled comb, or sailing icy seas to far-off lands? In this calming video, we will explore Viking villages, markets, myths, and more, uncovering their curious habits, strange rituals, clever crafts, and bold adventures, perfect for drifting off to sleep or enjoying a quiet moment. Comment what time you are watching this, and where from if you would like. It is fun to know. Now settle in and let us travel back to the Viking Age. Imagine standing on a rugged shore in Norway around 900 CE, where the cold North Sea washes over your toes, its salty scent sharp in the crisp morning air. Before you lies a Viking village, its wooden longhouses nestled against a windswept hill, their thatched roofs glistening with dew, their walls darkened by years of hearth smoke. The air carries the smell of wet wool, smoked fish, and the faint musk of goats tucked inside for warmth. The village is waking, its sounds gentle. Doors creak as women kindle fires, their hands dusted with ash. Men sharpen axes with a soft scrape of stone, and children laugh as they chase a stray hen through the muddy paths. This is the Viking world, so not one of fierce raids, but of everyday life, where families worked, shared stories, and dreamed, their days woven with quirks that spark wonder in your heart. Step closer to a longhouse, its single room warm and dim, lit by a crackling hearth at the center, where smoke swirls upward to a small hole in the roof, tickling your eyes as it lingers. The air is thick with the scent of peat smoke, boiled oats, and the faint sourness of leather hides drying on wooden frames. A family of 10 or 12 lives here, their sleeping benches along the walls piled with soft furs and straw, their blankets woven from wool dyed with lichen in earthy greens and rusts. A woman sits near the fire, her fingers deftly working bone needles to sew a woolen tunic, her voice humming a soft tune about Njord, the sea god, its melody as gentle as the waves outside. Nearby, a man carves a wooden spoon, his knife peeling thin curls of oak, his hands steady as he shapes a gift for his young daughter, who giggles as she sails a toy boat carved from driftwood across the dirt floor. These longhouses were the heart of Viking life, smoky and crowded, yet glowing with warmth, stories, and the quiet strength of family bonds. Let us talk about Viking hygiene, because it is stranger than you might expect. Picture waking in that longhouse, your scalp itchy from straw bedding, your skin gritty from yesterday's chores. Vikings bathed once a week, on Saturday, which they called Laugardagur, meaning bath day. The whole family shared a single wooden tub, its water growing cloudy by the time it was your turn, warmed by hot stones pulled from the fire, their sizzle fading as they sank. You would scrub with a lump of soap made from animal fat and ash, its smell sharp and its texture slimy, leaving your skin raw but somewhat cleaner. An Arab traveler named Ibn Fadlan, who met Vikings in 922 CE, wrote that they were the filthiest people he had ever seen, shocked by their habit of washing their faces in shared basins, spitting and blowing their noses into the same water. Yet Vikings took pride in their appearance, combing their hair every day with combs carved from bone or antler, their teeth often filed with decorative grooves to flash a stylish grin at market stalls. These combs were treasured, tucked into leather pouches, and shared among friends, lice and all. A habit that might make you squirm, but was simply part of their world. Drift now to the village market, where the air hums with voices and the lively clatter of trade, the scent of freshly baked flatbread mingling with the briny tang of salted cod hung on ropes. The stalls are simple, just wooden benches piled with treasures, stacks of woolen cloth dyed with madder root in deep reds, bundles of furs from foxes, rabbits, and seals, their softness a comfort against your fingers, and clay jars of honey, their golden glow catching the pale sunlight. A trader offers you a piece of dried whale meat, its taste chewy and salty, a prized winter food that Vikings savored when supplies ran low. Another merchant shows you amber beads, their warm orange hue, traded from distant Baltic shores, each one polished to shine like a tiny sun, their weight light in your palm. You hear the soft clink of hack silver, small bits of chopped up jewelry used as money, weighed carefully on tiny scales by a merchant with a keen eye. These markets were the pulse of Viking life, where neighbors swapped goods, shared laughter, and told stories, where a farmer might trade a sack of barley for a bronze brooch, his smile warm as he nods to a trader from Sweden, their connection a spark of community. Winters in the Viking world were fierce, and survival was a quiet, careful craft. Picture the longhouse in February, the world outside buried in snow, the wind whistling through tiny gaps in the walls, its chill creeping into your bones. The family gathers close to the hearth, their breath visible in the dim light, their hands busy with small tasks, mending fishing nets, spinning wool into thread, or carving runes onto wooden sticks to mark the passing days. Meals are simple, drawn from summer's stores, barrels of dried fish, their scales glinting like silver, sacks of barley for thick porridge, flavored with a splash of sour milk, or perhaps a rare treat of pickled seal blubber, its rich taste warming your throat. Goats and sheep share the longhouse, their warmth a lifeline, their soft bleats a constant hum, their dung swept daily to a corner for spring's fields. The smoke from the hearth stings your eyes and coats your hair, but it keeps the cold at bay, a trade-off the Vikings accepted with a shrug. A mother sits by the fire, her voice soft as she tells her children a saga about Thor battling the Midgard serpent, her words a shield against the darkness, their eyes growing heavy as sleep creeps in. Let us linger on Viking rituals, because they were strange yet deeply human, tying their lives to the divine. Imagine a festival in a sacred grove, where ancient oak trees stand heavy with frost, their branches swaying in the twilight. The air smells of pine, fresh blood, and the faint sweetness of mead poured onto the earth as an offering. A sheep is led to a stone altar, its bleat silenced with a swift blade, its blood caught in a wooden bowl and sprinkled over the gathered crowd with a twig, blessing them with luck, strength, and the favor of the gods. The meat roasts over a fire, its savory aroma drawing smiles, and the villagers share it in a feast to honor Odin, Freya, and Thor. Every 9 years, at Uppsala in Sweden, they held grander rituals, offering 9 men, horses, and dogs, their bodies hung in the sacred grove as gifts to the gods, a practice whispered in awe by poets called skalds. Yet daily rituals were gentler. A farmer might carve a protective rune into his doorframe, his knife steady, his heart full of hope, or a woman might whisper a prayer to Freya for a safe childbirth, her fingers weaving a charm from straw. These acts, whether wild or quiet, were the Vikings' way of seeking light in a world of frost and shadow. Drift now to a summer day where the village glows under a warm sun, the sea sparkling beyond the fjord's calm waters. You are at a thing, a Viking assembly where free men gather to settle disputes, make laws, and share news. The air is soft, scented with clover, and the faint tang of tar from a boat being mended nearby. Men stand in a circle, their voices calm but firm, debating a stolen goat or a broken betrothal, their hands gesturing as they seek fairness. A woman steps forward, her voice clear and strong, demanding a divorce, her right under Norse law to leave a neglectful or unclean husband, a freedom rare in other lands. The crowd nods, her courage a quiet spark, her words a reminder of Viking women's strength. Nearby, children play, tossing knucklebones in a game like dice, their laughter bright, their hands dusty from the earth. A skald, a poet, rises, his voice weaving a tale of a hero's voyage across stormy seas, his words casting a spell that hushes the crowd, their hearts stirred by dreams of distant shores, their eyes soft with wonder. Viking women were the backbone of their world, their lives a thread of quiet resilience. Picture a woman in her longhouse, her hands spinning wool with a drop spindle, its gentle whir filling the air as she crafts thread for sails, cloaks, or blankets. When her husband sails to trade or fish, she manages the farm, her voice firm as she directs thralls, enslaved workers, to churn butter or shear sheep. Bronze keys jingle at her belt, a symbol of her authority, locking wooden chests filled with grain, silver, or family secrets. At the market, she trades a basket of eggs for a soapstone lamp, its soft glow a comfort in winter's darkness, her barter sealed with a nod and a warm smile. At night, she sits by the hearth, telling her daughter a story of Freya, the goddess of love, her voice a soothing lullaby, her words a cradle, her love a light in the smoky room. These women shaped the Viking world, their strength steady, their hands weaving a life that endured. Wander now to a shipyard where the air is rich with the scent of pine tar, sawdust, and sea salt. A shipwright kneels beside a half-built longship, its oak planks curved like a dragon's ribs, its hull sleek for slicing through waves. His hands, rough from years of work, fit wooden pegs into planks, each tap of his mallet a step toward adventure. The ship's prow, carved with a snarling wolf, gleams with fresh paint, its eyes warding off evil spirits, its grin promising new lands. A young boy nearby learns to knot ropes, his fingers fumbling but eager, his father's voice patient as he teaches the art of sails that catch the wind. The shipyard hums with purpose, men singing a work song, their voices a rhythm that binds them, their sweat a tribute to the sea. These longships were Viking dreams made real, carrying families to new homes, traders to far markets, their sails whispering of freedom and discovery. Imagine visiting Birka, a bustling trade hub in Sweden, where the Baltic Sea meets the world. The air is alive with voices speaking Norse, Slavic, and even Arabic, the clatter of silver coins, and the scent of roasting mutton, fresh dill, and pitch from docked ships. A trader from distant Constantinople offers a bolt of silk, its sheen like moonlight, traded for a sack of walrus ivory, its creamy weight a Viking treasure. Another merchant displays glass beads in shades of blue, green, and red, their colors a spark of far-off kilns, perfect for weaving into women's braids. You hear the soft tap of a silversmith's hammer, shaping a pendant shaped like Thor's hammer, its curves a prayer for strength, its shine a mark of faith. These markets were Viking crossroads, where a fisherman might trade a barrel of cod for a Frankish knife, his grin shared with a roost trader, their deal a spark of connection. A skald moves through the crowd, his voice chanting a saga about a lost ship swallowed by the sea, his words a dream that stills the listeners, their hearts soft with wonder. Viking beliefs were a rich tapestry of awe, fear, and hope woven into every day. Picture a family gathered at dusk, their faces lit by the hearth's glow, their voices soft as they pour a splash of mead onto the fire as an offering to the gods. The father carves a small wooden figure of Odin, the All-Father, its single eye a mark of wisdom, his knife careful as he shapes a charm for their home. The mother sprinkles a pinch of salt into the flames, its crackle a ward against spirits, her whisper a prayer for a bountiful harvest. They tell their children the story of Yggdrasil, the world tree, its branches holding 9 worlds, its roots deep in mystery, their words a bridge to the divine, the children's eyes growing heavy with sleep. On stormy nights, they hear Thor's hammer, Mjolnir in the thunder, their hearts eased by his protection, their dreams filled with lightning and strength. These beliefs were their anchor, a way to face a world of ice, sea, and shadow, their faith a warm light in the darkness. Drift to a Viking farm, its fields golden with barley, its air scented with fresh earth, clover, and the faint tang of manure from a nearby pen. A farmer walks his land, his hands rough from the plow, his eyes scanning for weeds, his heart full of hope for a good yield. His wife milks a goat, her hands steady, her voice humming a tune about Freyr, the god of fertility, its melody a prayer for abundance. Their son, barely 10, scatters seeds in the furrows, his small hands learning the rhythm of planting, his laughter bright as a sparrow hops nearby. The farm is modest, a patch of cleared forest, its soil tough but generous, yielding oats, rye, and leeks to fill barrels for winter. They keep bees, their honey a sweet treasure, its golden drip a treat for festivals, its wax molded into candles that flicker in the longhouse. This farm is their world, its cycles their calendar, its labor their legacy, its harvest a quiet triumph. Let us join a Viking feast, where the longhouse is packed with kin and neighbors, the air warm with laughter, the scent of roasted pork, mead, and the crackle of the hearth. Tables are laden with simple but hearty foods, platters of boiled turnips, their earthy taste soft, loaves of rye bread with chewy crusts, and bowls of skyr, a creamy yogurt with a tangy bite. A pig, slaughtered for the occasion, roasts whole, its fat sizzling, its aroma drawing hungry smiles, its meat shared with toasts to Thor, Freya, and the ancestors. A woman pours mead from a drinking horn, its sweetness a spark of summer, her nod a welcome to each guest. A skald stands, his voice a melody, reciting a saga about a hero's return from a distant land, his words a gift to the crowd, their cheers soft as they raise their cups. These feasts were Viking joy, a chance to eat, to sing, and dream, their warmth a shield against the cold, their bonds a light in the night. Viking children were a spark of life in this rugged world. Picture a girl in the longhouse, her hands learning to weave, her loom clacking rhythmically as she crafts a woolen scarf, her fingers clumsy but proud. Her brother outside swings a wooden sword, his movements wild, his dreams filled with sagas of heroes, his laughter bright as he trips in the mud. They play games, tossing sticks in a game like dice, their voices a chorus of joy, their feet muddy from racing through the village. At night, Their mother tells them a tale of Loki, the trickster god, his mischief a lesson in wit, her voice a soothing lullaby, her words a cradle for their dreams. These children were the Vikings' future, their games a rehearsal for life, their laughter a promise of tomorrow, their hearts full of wonder. Let us linger at a Viking burial, a quiet ritual of love, loss, and hope. Imagine a grassy hill by the sea, its air cool with salt, wildflowers, and the faint smoke of a pyre. A woman, a farmer's wife, has passed, and her family gathers, their faces soft with grief, their hands offering gifts. A comb, its teeth worn from years of use. A clay cup, its curve a memory of shared meals. A woolen cloak, its warmth a final embrace. The pyre is lit, its flames rising, its crackle a song for her journey to Valhalla or Hell, her spirit freed to the wind. A skald chants her deeds, her kindness, her strength, his voice a bridge to the gods, their tears a quiet farewell. Some Vikings buried their dead in ships, their hulls filled with treasures, their sails set for the afterlife, a dream of endless seas. These rituals were their goodbye, their faith in a world beyond, their love a light that lingered. Drift to the life of a Viking trader whose world was a web of seas, rivers, and markets. Picture a man standing in a longship, its sail taut, its prow slicing through the Baltic's waves, the air sharp with salt and tar and the faint tang of fish packed below. He steers toward Hedeby, a trade hub in Denmark, where furs, iron, and amber flow like rivers. He carries walrus ivory, its creamy weight a fortune, traded for silver dirhams from distant Baghdad, their shine a spark of desert lands. At Hedeby's market, he barters with a Rus trader, their voices a mix of Norse and Slavic, their deals sealed with a handshake, their smiles warm. He buys a glass cup, its green glow a gift for his wife, its fragility a treasure in his pack. These traders were Viking bridges, their voyages a map of the world, their goods a story of connection, their hearts full of wanderlust. Viking art was a quiet marvel, its beauty in every curve and knot. Imagine an artisan in her workshop, her hands carving a wooden panel, its oak smooth, its surface alive with intertwined beasts, their eyes a spark of mystery. She uses a knife, its blade sharp, her cuts precise as she shapes a dragon, its scales a prayer for strength, its grin a charm against storms. Nearby, a silversmith hammers a brooch, its silver gleaming, its knots a maze of eternity, its weight a gift for a bride. Runes carved on stones tell of heroes, loves, and voyages, their angular lines a code for the ages, their stories a whisper of the past. These crafts were Viking dreams, their hands a bridge to the divine, their art a light in the dark, their legacy a thread in time's tapestry. Let us sail to the Vikings' bold explorations, their voyages beyond the horizon. Picture a longship slicing through icy waves, its crew of 30 huddled under wool cloaks, their hands raw from oars, their eyes scanning for land. They are bound for Greenland around 985 CE, led by Eric the Red, his red beard a beacon, his voice promising green pastures. The air is frigid, scented with salt, ice, and the faint tang of dried fish, their only food. They land on rocky shores, naming it Greenland to lure settlers, a clever trick that worked. They built sod houses, their walls thick, their hearths warm, their lives carved from ice and stone. Some sailed farther, to Vinland, now Newfoundland, around 1000 CE, led by Leif Erikson, finding grapes and timber, but clashing with locals, they left. These voyages were Viking courage, their ships a dream, their discoveries a spark, their tales a saga for the ages. Drift now to Norse mythology, the stories that shaped their souls. Imagine a family by the hearth, their faces lit by firelight, their voices soft as they tell of Odin, the All-Father, who traded one eye for wisdom, his ravens flying across the world. The air smells of smoke, mead, and wool. They speak of Thor, his hammer Mjolnir, its thunder a roar of hope, a farmer's prayer for rain. Freya, goddess of love, rides a chariot pulled by cats. Her tears turn to amber, her beauty a trader's dream. Loki, the trickster, weaves chaos with a sly grin, his wit a spark, his mischief a child's laugh. The world tree, Yggdrasil, holds 9 realms, its roots a mystery, its branches a prayer. These tales were their compass, their gods a mirror of their lives, their stories a light, their faith a warmth in the dark. Visit a runestone standing in a field, its granite carved with tales, its air cool with moss, earth, and rain. A woman stands before it, her hands tracing runes that honor her son, lost on a voyage, her heart full of pride. The stone tells of his journey to Byzantium, his silver earned, his life given, its words a bridge to eternity. Nearby, a carver works, his chisel sharp, his cuts deep, shaping a snake that coils around the stone, its eyes a charm, its form a story. These runestones were Viking memory, their runes a voice, their tales a light, their love a mark on time. Let us explore Viking social life, a weave of jarls, carls, and thralls. Picture a jarl, a chief, in his hall, the air warm with mead, smoke, and the scent of roasted boar. His hands hold a silver cup, his voice firm, his power over land, men, and ships. Carls, free farmers, sit at his table, their hands rough from plows, their voices free, their loyalty a bond. Thralls, enslaved workers, move in the shadows, their hands churning butter, their lives bound, their dreams a whisper. The air hums with talk, laughter, the clink of cups, the faint strum of a lyre. These ranks were Viking order, their roles a rhythm, their lives a tapestry, their bonds a light in the crowd. Return now to a longhouse at night, its hearth glowing softly, its air filled with smoke, stories, and the hum of a lullaby. A grandmother sits, her hands knitting a woolen mitten, its pattern a mark of her family, her fingers slow but sure. She tells a tale of Balder, the god of light, whose death brought sorrow to the gods, her voice a cradle, her words a comfort in the dark. The family listens, their faces soft, their hearts full, their dreams drifting to seas, forests, and stars. Outside, the wind sighs, the sea whispers, the village sleeps, its longhouses a cluster of warmth, its people a weave of strength, hope, and quirks. This is the Viking world, dirty, crazy, but so human, their lives a saga of survival, love, and wonder, their stories a lullaby for your sleep. Imagine a winter night, snow falling gently, the longhouse a haven, its hearth a star in the dark. A father whittles a toy horse, its legs rough but eager, his hands a gift for his son, his smile warm as the boy claps. The mother stirs a pot of stew, its steam rich with barley, fish, and dill, her spoon a rhythm of care, her heart full of pride. They share a cup of mead, its sweetness a spark, their laughter a light, their bond a shield against the cold. A skald visits, his harp strumming softly, his voice weaving a saga of a lost hero, his words carrying them to distant shores, their eyes heavy with sleep. These moments, but small but vivid, were Viking life, their warmth a fire that burns across time, their joy a whisper in your dreams. Drift to a spring morning, The village waking, its air fresh with grass, sea, and the faint tang of tar from a new boat. A fisherman mends his net, his hands threading twine, his knots a map of years at sea, his hum a tune of waves. His wife plants onions, her hands in the cool earth, her hope a sprout's promise, her smile bright as the sun climbs. Their daughter braids her hair, her fingers weaving colorful beads from the market, their sparkle a dream of far-off lands, her heart full of joy. The village hums, its people a chorus, their work a rhythm, their lives a song of earth, sea, and sky. These days were Viking hope, their labor a seed for summer, their love a root that held them fast, their dreams a light for the ages. Let us linger by the fjord, its waters calm, its air soft with mist, salt, and the faint call of a gull overhead. A boy stands, his hands clutching a wooden spear, his eyes on the horizon, his dreams full of voyages and stars. His sister, nearby, draws in the sand, her stick tracing a ship, its curves a wish for adventure, her laughter a spark in the quiet dawn. Their father joins them, his hands rough, his voice soft, telling a tale of Freyr's golden boar, its glow a promise of harvest, his words a bond that warms them. The fjord reflects the sky, its blues a mirror of eternity, its ripples a whisper of time's flow. This is the Viking soul, its grit and wonder, its quirks a tapestry of human heart, its stories a lullaby for your rest. Picture a market day, the village alive, its stalls a rainbow of wool, furs, and beads, its air rich with the scent of fresh bread, smoked fish, and the faint tang of iron from a smith's forge. A trader offers a bone flute, its notes light as a bird's call, its wood worn by hands long gone, its song a gift for quiet nights. Another shows a leather pouch, its stitches tight, its hide a memory of a deer, its weight a promise of silver inside. A woman buys a clay lamp, its glow a friend in winter's dark, her coins a trade for light, her nod a spark of trust. The market hums, its voices a weave, its deals a rhythm, its laughter a light that lifts the heart. These moments were Viking life, their trade a bridge, their joy a fire, their quirks a story that lingers in your dreams. Drift to a festival's end, the longhouse quiet, its hearth a bed of embers, its air soft with mead, smoke, and the hum of snores. A young man sits, his hands tracing a runestone, its lines a memory of his father, his touch a mark of love, his heart full of pride. His sister sleeps, her hands clutching a woolen doll, its warmth a mother's gift, her dreams filled with sagas and stars. The night is still, the village at rest, its longhouses a haven, its people a dream of strength and hope. This is the Viking world, its dirt a mark of life, its craziness a spark of wonder, its stories a gentle wave that carries you to sleep. Imagine a summer dusk, the fjord glowing, its waters a mirror of rose and gold, the faint call of a loon in the distance. A family walks the shore, their hands linked, their voices soft with tales, their laughter a light in the fading day. The father points to the stars, his words a map of Thor's belt, his wisdom a guide for their dreams. The mother hums a tune, her melody a cradle of the sea, her love a warmth that holds them close. Their children skip stones, their splashes a rhythm, their joy a spark that dances on the water. The fjord sighs, its tides a whisper, its beauty a gift for the heart. These moments, simple and vivid, were Viking life, their love of fire, their dreams a sail, their stories a lullaby for your rest. Let us wander to another village, this one in Denmark, where cliffs rise above a crashing sea, the air thick with the scent of fish, wool, and hearth smoke. A woman spins flax in her longhouse, her spindle humming, her thread fine as she weaves dreams of spring fields. Her husband carves an oar, his hands steady, the wood a friend to the sea, his heart set on a voyage. Their children chase a kite across the grass, their laughter carried on the wind, their feet light with joy. The village breathes, its work a song, its lives a weave, its dreams soft as the morning mist. Drift to another market, its stalls gleaming with amber, cloth, and iron. A trader offers a carved drinking horn, its runes glowing with stories, its sound deep when blown, a gift for a skald's songs. A woman trades a basket of leeks for lamp oil, its glow a promise of winter light, her nod sealing the deal. The air is filled with voices, laughter, and the scent of baking bread, the market a pulse of life. Viking trade was a dance of hands meeting, stories swapping, hearts connecting in the bustle. Imagine another winter in a longhouse, the fire low, the air heavy with smoke, barley, and furs. The family huddles close, their hands crafting, needles sew patches, knives carve wooden toys, voices weave a saga. They share a meal of dried cod and oats, a sip of mead warming their throats, their warmth shared in quiet smiles. A grandmother tells the story of Freya's love, her voice a cradle, her listeners' eyes drooping as the cold bites outside, but the hearth holds them fast. Drift to a spring fjord, its air alive with budding trees, salt, and the scent of tar from a new boat. A fisherman sets sail, his net heavy with hope, his hands pulling ropes, his hum a song of the sea. His wife plants barley, her hands in cool earth, her heart dreaming of green fields, her smile bright as sunlight. Their son carves a rune for luck, his small hands steady, his heart proud. The village wakes, its lives humming, its work a rhythm, its dreams rising like the tide. Picture a summer thing, the air soft with grass and sea, the voices fair and calm. Men debate a land dispute, their hands steady, their words seeking justice. A woman claims her share of a farm, her voice firm, the crowd nodding, her strength a spark. A skald sings of a voyage to distant lands, his words a sail, his listeners' hearts soaring. Viking law was a weave of voices, a bond of lives, a light of dreams. Autumn comes to another farm, its air crisp with falling leaves, earth, and smoke. A farmer reaps rye, his hands gripping a sickle, his heart full of harvest. His wife churns butter, her hands steady, her hum a prayer to Friar. Their daughter feeds hens, her laughter bright, her hands warm with eggs. The farm lives, its cycles turning, its labor a love, its harvest a joy. Let us attend another burial by the shore, the air cool with salt, grass, and pyre smoke. A man, a traitor, has passed, his family offering a comb, a cup, a cloak. Flames rise, a skald chants his voyages, his voice a sea, their tears soft. A ship grave holds treasures, its hull a promise of beyond, its sails eternal. Viking farewells were love that lasted, dreams that sailed, stories that lingered. Sail again to exploration, another longship bound for Greenland. The crew rose, their hands raw, the air ice and salt, their hope aflame. Eric the Red speaks of new lands, his voice a fire, his heart bold. Sod homes rise, hearths warm, lives carved from stone. Vinland's grapes and timber spark dreams, but locals send them back, their saga born. Voyages were dreams, seas a bridge, hearts fearless. Drift to another hearth, where mythology weaves its spell. Odin's wisdom, his ravens soaring, his eye a sacrifice. Thor's hammer, thunder's hope, a farmer's prayer. Freya's love, amber tears, a trader's sigh. Loki's tricks, a child's laugh, a spark of wit. Yggdrasil's worlds, roots deep, stories cradle. These tales guided, gods mirrored, faith warmed, dreams glowed. Visit another runestone, its tales carved in granite, its air moss and rain. A woman carves for her son runes of his voyage, her heart proud. A snake coils, its eyes a charm. The stone speaks. Viking memory, hands etched, lives glowed, time held fast. Picture another social hall, its air bore, mead, laughter. A jarl leads, his hands on a cup, his voice power. Carl's farm, their voices free, their hands work, Sarda, thralls labor, their dreams soft, their lives weave. Viking ranks, lives bonded, hearts hummed, stories rose. Drift to another longhouse night, the hearth soft, the air stories and smoke. A grandfather tells of Balder, his voice peace, his listener's eyes drooping. His hands knit wool, its warmth a family mark. Viking life, grit and love, quirks light, dreams cradle. Another market dawns, its airfish, bread, voices. A trader offers glass beads, their spark a wife's gift. A woman trades wool, her lamps glow a deal. Viking trade, hands met, laughter wove, dreams soft. Winter fjord, air snow, salt, hush. A fisherman mends nets, his hands ice cold, his hum sees song. His wife spins wool, her spindle a lullaby, her heart warm. Their son carves a boat, his wood a dream, his eyes bright. Viking lives, work hummed, love held, stories drifted. Spring farm, airbuds, earth, hope. A farmer sows, his hands soil, his heart green. His wife milks goats, her hands steady, her smile sunlit. Their daughter weaves, her looms a song, her heart light. Viking cycles, labor love, dreams rose. Summer shore, air salt, grass, gulls. A boy spears fish, his eyes waves, his dreams voyages. His sister braids flowers, her hands soft, her laughter spark. Their mother tells freer, her voice cradle, their hearts warm. Viking soul, grit wonder, stories lullaby. Autumn market, air leaves, fish, iron. A trader offers amber, its glow sun, a wife's joy. A woman trades rye, her lamp oil light, her nod trust. Viking trade, voices wove, laughter lifted, dreams soft. Winter hearth, air smoke, mead, tales. A father tells Odin, his voice wisdom, his children sleep, his hands carve, his heart proud, his story light. Viking faith, gods near, dreams cradle, lives glowed. Spring fjord, air blossoms, salt, hope. A fisherman sails, his hands net, his heart sea. His wife plants, her hands earth, her smile green. Their son runs, his laughter wind, his dreams bright. Viking lives, work song, love root, stories drift. Summer field, air grass, sun voices. A woman carves runes, her hands steady, her heart sun. A man trades, his hands silver, his smile warm. Viking memory, tales stone, lives light, dreams soft. Autumn longhouse, air barley, smoke, warmth. A grandmother knits, her hands wool, her voice Balder. Her family listens under their hearts full, their dreams stars. Viking life, grit love, quirks cradle, stories sleep. Winter sea, air ice, salt, stars. A trader sails, his hands oar, his heart land. His wife waits, her hands spindle, her hope light. Their daughter sings, her voice wave, her dreams glow. Viking soul, seas bridge, stories lullaby. Spring market, air bread, fish, those voices. A trader offers beads, their colors spark, a gift. A woman trades cloth, her lamp glows, her nod deal. Viking trades, hands meet, laughter weaves, dreams soft. Summer farm, air rye, earth sun. A farmer reaps, his hands sickle, his heart full. His wife churns, her hands butter, her hum freer. Their son plays, his laughter bright, his dreams green. Viking cycles, labor love, stories cradle. Autumn fjord, air leaves, salt, dusk. A boy fish, his hands net, his eyes sea. His sister draws, her hands sand, her laughter light. Their father tells Thor, his voice thunder, their hearts warm. Viking soul, grit wonder, stories sleep. Winter longhouse, air smoke, warmth, the tales. A mother tells Loki, her voice wit, her children laugh, her hands sew, her heart love, or her story light. Viking life, quirks a spark, dreams cradle, stories drift. Spring shore, air blossoms, sea, hope. A fisherman rose, his hands oar, his hum wave. His wife plants, her hands earth, her smile sun. Their daughter weaves, her hands loom, her dreams glow. Viking lives, work song, love root, stories lullaby. Summer market, airfish, bread, voices. A trader offers amber, in its glow, wife's joy, a gift. A woman trades wool, her lamplight, her nod trust. Viking trade, hands meet, laughter weaves, dreams soft. Autumn farm, air rye, earth smoke. A farmer sows, his hands soil, his heart green. His wife milks, her hands steady, her hum freer. Their son carves, his hands wood, his dreams bright. Viking cycles, labor love, stories cradle. Winter hearth, air mead, smoke, tales. A skald sings Odin, his voice wisdom, his listeners sleep. His hands strum, his heart saga, his story light. Viking faith, gods near, dreams glow, stories drift. Spring fjord, air salt, blossoms, hope. A fisherman sails up his hands net, his heart sea. His wife spins, her hands wool, her smile sun. Their daughter dances, her laughter wind, her dreams bright. Viking lives, work hum, love root, stories lullaby. Summerfield, airgrass, sun, voices. A woman carves runes, her hands stone, her heart sun. A man trades, his hands silver, his smile warm. Viking memory, all tales etch, lives light, dreams soft. Autumn longhouse, air barley, smoke, warmth. A grandfather tells Boulder, his voice peace, his family sleeps. His hands knit, his heart love, his story cradle. Viking life, grit wonder, quirks glow, stories lullaby. Winter sea, air ice, salt, stars. A trader sails, his hands oar, his heart land. His wife waits, her hands spindle, her hope light. Their daughter sings, her voice wave, her dreams glow. Viking soul, seas bridge, stories sleep. Drift deeper into this Viking world, its longhouses a haven, its markets a hum, its seas a dream. The air is soft, scented with pine, salt, and the faint glow of a hearth's last embers. The voices of Vikings, their laughter, their sagas, their prayers, blend into a gentle wave, a lullaby that wraps you in peace. You are part of their story, woven by hands that fished, wove, and dreamed, their lives a light guiding you to rest, calm, and history's quiet embrace. Sleep well, or let this tale linger, a reminder of a world dirty, crazy, but beautifully human, one dream at a time.